Now, there are a number of solutions out there that people have explored, organizations have tried, but one of the more famous ones for tackling this huge, huge undertaking is one that's being done by the Ocean Cleanup. They're a pretty famous ocean conservation nonprofit organization. And what they're actually doing is developing a technology that essentially are these floating barriers that are attached to this giant net. This device or apparatus is drifting in the water, slowly collecting as much garbage as it can. Now, as it collects garbage, it also pushes it over to a collection area, which is then later removed by some of their vessels and crew members by actually pulling the nets out and sorting the trash for proper destruction or recycling. Now, that's not easy, and it's a huge, huge patch of garbage, so it will take a lot of time and effort. But there is something that we need to do before any of these solutions have a chance at working. And that would be things like preventing plastic from entering the ocean in the first place. Groups of people all over the world are dedicated to cleaning up plastic and debris that could potentially end up in our oceans, which is amazing, and their efforts are truly, truly applauded. But there's things that we need to do at home to help their efforts, which then in turn help the bigger efforts, right? This snowball effect. So this is where we come in by making small changes at home, reducing single-use plastics, properly disposing of your trash, separating things so that they could be disposed of properly. These are just very simple things that we can do at home that will help reduce the amount of ocean plastic or plastic entering the ocean. Like I said, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a incredibly complex issue, but the good news is that we are starting to tackle it. And remember, these major problems with these major solutions can only work if everyone is doing their part down the line. Now, I'm not saying that as in the sense of a food change, because everyone matters. But I understand that it's difficult for an individual or a small group to complete a large task without the available or necessary resources or even funding. But remember, each person doing their part might inspire someone else to do their part. And the more people that are inspired by the change to do the right thing to help protect our oceans, the better chances we have to actually solve some of the crises that we are facing today.